2024, guys. Happy New Year. I'm your host, DC, the legend of awesomeness. And that's right, we are live, breathing, we are strong. And definitely we've come back stronger because we ain't simps, guys. So this episode is brought to you by Bongo Bongo. Make sure to click the link in the description. It's as easy as that. Win some cash money and definitely go on that page and get to check out some games so that you can win yourself some prizes like phones, fridges, and different cash prizes as well. It's as easy as that. I'm joined none other than my two, what can I call you guys?
Compatriots.
The two musketeers.
The two musketeers.
I think I like that. No, that's dope. That's dope. But
Musket-
that's for me. That's for me. Musketeers or Marketeers?
Musketeers.
I'm just saying. Otherwise, hi everyone. Welcome to the new year. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad everyone made it. If you didn't make it, hey, why? I even wanted to say if you didn't make it, then I forgot that they won't even be watching this anyway. But hey, tough luck to those people out there. But if you made it to 2024, guys, all I can say is welcome to things about to get crazier
Exactly.
and more interesting. And hey, we'll keep it about men and how we can make ourselves better human beings at the end of the day.
As easy
Over
as
to
that.
you, Laz.
Yeah, for me, I won't say much, but whether it's a new year, for me, the same goal up. I still have the same goal, make money, grind, hustle. Yeah, just for that. For me, it's just self-improvement, actually. So for me, the new year, I'm not really a fan of the new year and all that. Like, people
Why
are
are
so,
you hating on the new
Sorry?
year, man?
I mean, like, what's the point of being excited, man? Like,
New year, new me.
But I actually concur with what Laz is saying.
Yeah.
Because you see, there's these people. There are people out there that when we get into a new year, they're like, "I'm revived, new motivation." Well, whatever works
dopamine,
for you,
man.
love. But you know what I think? I think it's not the best way to carry yourself like that.
It's a bunch of BS.
Because the way you end the year is the way the year starts.
yeah, because the
new
problem I have with most people who get too excited with the new year is that they fail to analyze what went wrong the previous year so that they can apply those, situations and then try to improve in the next year.
next
Yeah, for sure,
So
for
I,
sure.
So I believe that should be the focus, not like, oh, it's a new year, I'm excited. Sounds too cheap for
Yeah,
me.
no, it does.
God damn, man.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
at the
I
end
do
of the
agree with
day-
you.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think what do you call it? Motivation is like I like to. It's like an energy drink.
Yeah.
You take it, then an hour later you're like you're down because it took you there. Now you're down there. I think we should just be. This is why that meme goes like aliens will be like, look at these humans celebrating that their earth revolved around the sun.
Hey.
I mean, it's wild, but hey, whatever works for you guys, just make sure you do better. Each and every day should be a way to look at things in a brighter and bigger, grandiose perspective. I think
Because,
that's the best.
because I think the only time you can get excited for the new year is if you're glad that you made it into the new year alive. Like you thank God, oh, I'm still breathing. I still have a chance to, change things if things went badly. So yeah, so people should.
I
be
think that's
grateful.
dope. But
Yeah.
some people take the celebration too crazy.
Exactly.
Look at this. There were deaths
Everywhere.
because people were over celebrating.
Yep.
Imagine.
Somebody 5 minutes into the 2024, I'm worried. You're dead.
Exactly.
What does it? Then it means nothing. You should have been dead 5 minutes before 2024. You feel me?
And the fact is that there's also a story where a couple actually went out to celebrate and left their kids home, and apparently that house was actually burnt with the kids alive.
Shit.
There, yeah,
That's what happened.
Zambia?
yeah, all in Zambia, yeah, all because you wanted to go and celebrate.
Both parents.
Both parents
they
went
left
out.
the kids by
They
themselves.
left the kids.
So
by
the kids were
themselves.
not like old enough to take care of themselves.
No, they're not
No.
old enough.
So
they went
meaning-
to celebrate.
The parents have been arrested, yeah?
Of course,
Of
they have been.
course. And if I was the judge, 25 to life, because that kind of negligence is insane. It's like those ladies that take their babies to the club with them, but they know we can't get into the club. So they make the baby fall asleep and then make the baby sleep in the car. Then
Exactly.
opens the window just for the baby to breathe so that she can go into that establishment and dance.
You see?
Like, where are your priorities? And this is the problem. Some people need to understand that once you have a baby, it's not about you anymore.
It's not about
okay?
you.
That fun playing Vaupuba Vija,
It's done.
leave it behind. But pressure is, we are having girls getting pregnant at a young age when they, you know that 18, 19, 20, I want to enjoy my life.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go around now, sleeping around unprotected. And then when you have a baby, you still want to vibe like you're a solo person. You ain't.
And that's what happens when you focus on what you want, rather than just focusing on what you need to do.
Exactly.
Individual.
Yeah, yeah.
Because as a
it's so
human
sad.
being, you need to achieve a lot of things.
Yeah.
This is 2024. Start putting your priorities above all your pleasures in life. And this is what I always keep on saying. From last year, is that put yourself first, family, friends, and then whatever you want to do to pleasure yourself should
Be the
come
last.
last. You
Yeah.
know, because this is the reality of life. You know, This is
So
the
sad.
reality of life.
R.I.P. to those kids, man. I mean,
Exactly. Lots of people actually died on the festive season. It's
so sad, eh?
It's
Yeah.
crazy. There
and
were
you
cops
know,
around
year
everywhere.
in, year out.
Yeah.
Mind you, year in, year out. Accidents.
All
you know,
because of
crazy.
excitement.
Yeah, especially when, because we all know during that period, everybody is like
Possessed.
5 liters of beer in,
Exactly.
and then you're there driving, celebrating. You're there. You're not even observing the traffic rules, and then now you're crashing because that's what happens. Every
Yeah.
New Year they're like
I don't know if you saw that. burnt car.
unprecedented. There was a burnt car.
Oh, you didn't see it.
See,
It
there's
was
a lot
all
of,
over
you
social
see,
media,
there's
bro.
been so much death this time period
Yeah.
that I can't even keep up. There was a burning car.
Yeah, burning car along what road was that? Either Great East Road. I think it must have been Great East Road. Yeah, the guy was actually over speeding.
He was by himself.
Yeah, I'm not sure. The guy was over speeding, hit into maybe a pole or something. Then it just caught in flames. But luckily he came out. But they arrested him.
Yeah, hello. You know, and these are the things. On a day like this, I wish these things would happen in my presence. Chimuntu chenza Vaupuba crashes, boom, comes out, survive. The car is bursting into flames. Instead of me going to, how are you? Are you okay? Kwamba uchache, mam. Bam!
No, you can actually do that first and say, "Oh, are you okay? Okay, I'm okay." Then now,
Yeah. Because Kanshi na internal injury. Then
exactly.
he dies on
Exactly.
you. Then they were like, you killed him. Kanshi was already dead. But you know,
Yeah,
what
true.
you've said is true. But guys, let's be responsible out there. Let's have fun and think. You know, one thing I've always thought to myself,
Yeah.
when you're going to have fun with your people, always have that. You know, it's good to have, what do you call them? A kamanomo?
Yeah.
A sober guy, that person. We always make sure the one that doesn't drink is the one that is driving. You understand? But
I don't
pressure
drink.
is, but drive and have 5 liters down.
That's the thing. And this is why cops catch you, you know.
You know, because among us friends, you always have to have that person who will take care of everybody.
Exactly.
Who makes sure none of you are losing your phones, none of you are losing your wallets, none of you is getting robbed, none of you is simping for a chick you met at the club.
But can I ask
None
you
of
one question?
Sure.
Which one are you?
I am the one that takes care of. But why are you tripping? Why are you trying to put?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. I didn't mean to
I'm
laugh.
the one who has fun.
Yes.
Then I make sure that there is somebody that is going to look after me once I have fun.
Okay.
Simple.
And what are you, Laz?
It's pretty obvious, man.
You're not the same pie.
I'm not the same, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I like that, man. I like that.
You know,
man.
me, I'm the guy that is just there vibing. What about you?
I'm the guy that takes care of.
Yeah, you're the
everyone.
boring one.
He switches, man.
No,
He's a
nah,
switcher. He
no,
switches.
I
One
don't
day is like
switch.
this, one day is like that.
Nah, I'm cool. I'm cool, calm and collected. I analyze everything. I'm like,
Sure,
okay,
sure,
I gotta take care of my boys, man.
yeah,
You know.
but-
But you know, last year things went haywire. There was drinking and driving, accidents, you know, death, women and whatnot. And this is what has actually inspired our topic for today. You know, even though we dive into many topics, but it's alcohol and women. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are gonna come for us, but we are
Yeah,
ready.
I mean,
we're ready. You know?
It is
What,
what
the
it
men's
is at
conference?
the end of the day.
Yeah. We're always ready for them bullets. You know?
Yeah, they always keep firing at them.
Exactly.
But here's the thing: alcohol and women, for some apparent reason, why do those things go hand in hand somehow?
I don't know.
Like, you know, where there is beer, there is women. Majority of the times. Think
I
about it.
have no idea, bro.
You know, like who even set up that genius of a plan? I think the person was an evil genius. Because
Yeah.
think about it, like it's just a way. Chat uku. Is this why ladies are told? Is this why when you go at the club, a good club for women it's free, and then dudes have to pay?
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
they have to ensure that there's. In short, they know. Like, look, you're going to buy less beer if there are no women in there.
Because there are two things that attract a man:
Exactly.
alcohol and women.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's no alcohol at that event, there should be women.
Yeah.
And if there's no both, believe you me, you're going to have a small
One can't exist without the other.
Yeah,
Exactly.
which is why
Exactly.
I've seen guys throw parties. There's this party, a group of friends. I don't know if I can call them friends. It was a group. They were setting up a party. I didn't go. I refused.
Why?
There was more dudes than girls there. You know, like how whack a party is when there are more guys than girls there.
I can
Look,
go there. My
you never
niggas-
went.
My,
You
my
never-
guys
you,
having
you know
fun,
the
bro.
group I'm talking about, but you never went.
Which group are you
Like,
talking
look,
about?
I am not going to mention it on this here podcast.
Wait,
all right?
I'm not. Okay, to be honest, I'm lost. I don't know what you're talking about.
There's that group Exe naiwe. That group Mujambewa Makamba Vama Bad Manners. That
Oh, okay. Oh,
Those-
yeah, that
yeah.
group. Oh, you're talking about Facebook.
yeah, Facebook
Ah,
group. Yeah,
oh,
they,
yeah,
they,
yeah,
they,
yeah,
they set
yeah.
up a party, and
It was boring.
I knew that this party was going to flop. You know why? Because I didn't see many girls excited about it. When you see a party and girls are not commenting, it's going to be a flop.
Yeah, because
Then
because technically as well, when it comes to the girls' side, they wouldn't want to show up to a club with just only chicks there.
Exactly. I mean, here's the thing. A party, to me, the way I believe, the ratio men to women should be like
1 to 10.
oh,
Yes.
that would be fire.
More women.
Because think about it.
Two guys.
Yeah, more women. If there's going to be 10 guys there, there should be at least 15 to 20 girls. there.
That's too little. At least 30. 30
Yeah,
girls.
that could be. That could be. But in a position where at 15 dudes and 4 girls, I'm like, what the heck is going
Exactly.
on here?
Exactly. And those 4 girls have got boyfriends.
Exactly. And the other 10 guys are not even attractive. I mean, it's like you just had to, the girls were there just to make sure that this is not a sausage party.
But that's the thing. If they have boyfriends, then what the hell are they doing at the club then?
Well,
Cheating.
Would you allow your girl to go to the club?
Why in the hell
you
would
allow-
I do that?
No, she will
No.
not go to the club. You feel
Why?
me? She will not go to the club. If she's
No
my
house
girl, yeah.
party. No house
Yeah,
party.
look.
She tells me she's having a house party and she's going there. No, it's a girl.
Here
You're staying
is what
home.
I for one, I roll by this. If I'm not telling a girl, if a girl doesn't see restrictions from me, like in the sense, like, look, I don't want you partying around. I don't want you around guys. That means for me, I'm not really invested in her. If I'm letting her do whatever she wants,
You're not in, you don't
then
see her as wife material.
I don't see her anything. I'm like, but if I'm invested, I'm gonna tell her, look, you snuck out and went to that party yesterday. I didn't like that. I don't expect you doing that shit again.
You see, and that's the thing. Most women think that
know?
you're being insecure about
Yeah,
that. When
yeah.
meanwhile, you just care so much about her that
Yeah,
you don't
I mean,
want her to be
it-
in an environment where she can be taken advantage of.
Exactly.
And this is what most women don't actually
don't
see.
understand.
You see, when you go to a party, there are preys. There are predators out there.
Predators.
Too many.
And they're preying on you. They might spike you. And this is why you've got so many cases of,
Yeah,
rape, all these things. And you wonder why most women are actually found in that situation because most predators are found in an environment like that.
Yeah,
Because I'm even sure there are times whereby probably they don't even remember what happened last night.
Yeah.
But probably there's a situation where maybe she was taken advantage of because of the alcohol intake. Maybe she doesn't even remember.
Yeah, and notice this. If there's one thing I have come to notice with women, okay, women that drink, there's usually a difference the way a girl gets drunk and the way a man gets drunk.
Extremely different.
I've seen how girls get drunk. There are girls, dude, 2 bottles of like a simple beer.
Gone.
Boom, she's gone. You understand? Like this. I was with a girl on the crossover, right? We're walking outside, checking out my fireworks, and then this dude just comes.
Hold up.
Yeah. What's up?
You
Why
lost,
are you seated upright?
you lost me at you're with a what? A girl.
Yeah. What?
You're a sim, my guy.
Why am I a simp? I was with a girl.
You're with a sim. Yeah, a sim, man. Why are you with a girl?
Prove it that
You're
I'm a simp.
supposed to be with your niggas, man.
Oh, you mean the guys that left me? You two. I had to call you. That where are you?
We didn't leave you.
You came 03. Nishi crossover ya pita kudara. Anyway, let's not get into that. So check this out.
Bro. I'm
Look at
sorry.
You're nuts, right? Yeah, so check this. We are outside checking
Yeah.
out my fireworks. There's a lot of noise. And then this dude comes from nowhere. And so much disrespect, eh?
Yeah.
He sees this man and this woman are together. Then he comes up. Hey, baby, Chancha. He's trying to grab the chick.
For real?
You know, exactly. And so I push him. I was like, yo, what is wrong? Ah, boss, I didn't know she was with you. I was like, no, nigga. Even though she wasn't with me, you don't just run up on chicks and he's already trying to touch her butt. You know what I mean? And then now when you tell girls, like, look, I don't want you going out by yourself without me, there's a reason for that. You have such creeps like that who just run up on a
because
chick.
women
like
are physically weak.
Exactly.
So what happens when they are being like forcefully put in that situation? They can't do anything about it.
Exactly. So now imagine if I wasn't there
What
and
would
she
have
was
happened?
just by herself
Exactly.
outside.
And people get too excited on such days.
Exactly. You know, there's so much chaos happening. You dig? I guarantee you, if we were to go to the police and say, can you give us how many reports of sexual harassment happened between the 31st and the 31st of December and the 1st of January?
There'll be countless.
Exactly. So now, when you tell girls, like you said, girls think you're insecure because you went out. No, I am not insecure. I understand. Here's the thing. There are some sick dudes out there. You see, girls ride on a perception of thinking, no, he knows harassment is bad. You understand? So he has to live to it. There are men out there that don't even care.
They don't care.
They don't care. We know, look, we know, every man should know. Every man knows hitting a woman is bad. But the guys who don't care. You understand? So you can't just walk la la land expecting everybody to do the right thing. That's not how it works.
And it's not like
that's
they don't.
being naive.
And it's not like they don't care. I think most guys also think that it's normal because probably growing up they saw it somewhere.
Yeah.
And then they're applying it, thinking, "No, it's normal to hit a girl. It's normal. It's normal." So they don't see a problem with it.
So that's the thing. And then, you know, some girls just expect you. It's like me going into the jungle. Eh? No protection. I don't even have a knife or a gun, nothing. I'm just walking there. And I just expect every wild animal that will try to kill me to behave itself. You know, and that's how women behave when they are going out. And then they say, you're just insecure. I am not insecure. I know what goes down those days.
And there's a word for that.
Yeah.
Delusional.
Exactly. The
Delusional.
delusion. I know what goes down. There are creeps out there. Like you said, there are guys. We've heard guys who spike women's drinks.
Yeah.
There are guys who get a girl drunk so that they can get their way with
Yeah.
with her. Even though she says, no, look, I'm just going to have fun. It's not that I'm going to be flirting or messing around with the boys. I understand you're not going to do that. Okay? But just because you're not going to do that doesn't mean there won't be a guy trying to do that. to
Exactly.
You understand?
There are predators out there that sit and analyze which kind of weak girl they can get.
They see,
You know?
especially boy.
Exactly.
Do you remember back in that was like 2018? It was a crossover again. 2018, we went to a club, and then there was that girl that was just all over the place. She got really drunk. She slept. You remember? We were at that club 2018. She came to say hi to us. Hi, why are you quiet? Then 2 hours later, she was sleeping on the table like that. We didn't even know who her friends were. Like,
Okay.
she was
I think
just
I
by
remember.
herself. Who is this chick with?
Yeah, I do
She
remember.
got so drunk, she slept. So now imagine if there were those weird guys. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That
And
just
I'm
picked her
sure
up.
they were lurking, they were around.
That picked her up
Yeah,
and
that's
left.
the thing. You know?
You know?
I was so happy the time it was getting, you know, the sun was coming out.
Yeah, it was
her
rising.
friends came to pick her
Collect
up.
her,
Like,
yeah.
oh, now imagine if she didn't come with friends. What would have happened to her? at that
They would
time?
have collected her. Because you know what happens in Mexico? Believe you me, Mexico is
what
very
happens, man?
dangerous.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah,
tell you some parts of Mexico, but not all parts. So I heard stories whereby if you go, let's say, I heard this story where their friends actually took a trip to Mexico and they were clubbing and whatnot, and then their friend, the girl, went to the bathroom and then she never came back. So they're wondering where this girl was. So they decided, let's go to the hotel. Maybe she's going to sleep with someone else or something.
Yeah.
So they they woke up the next morning and they found that the girl hasn't come back. So they tried calling her. Voila, it's quiet. So they decided, where is this girl? Okay, maybe she's going back because we all agreed that okay, we'll go back on this certain day. So probably she's heading back this side. So they informed the police to say, look, we've been trying to find our friend's her phone. We've been trying to find our friend. Her phone is off. She went missing when we went to the club. I don't know where she is. So apparently the police actually knew what actually happened.
Ooh.
So what happened is that the police told them, don't worry, just go back to the US. So they decided to do that. So not until they saw her in the car heading out of Mexico, right? So they informed the police, look, we've actually seen her. She looked like she was sleeping. So apparently the police were actually alerted. They went, they opened the car just to find that the girl died. They cut her inside out, and put drugs in there. So that's what they actually do.
That's
exactly.
They were trying to smuggle drugs
into the
using her
US.
body.
Exactly. And this is what they do a lot. And most women don't see the dangers of that, because most vulnerable people in this world are women and children.
Yeah.
Because that same situation actually happened to also a child. Her mother actually lost that child in Mexico, somewhere around that area. She was looking for her child for days. Not until the same thing actually happened.
You know, and it goes back to what we always say here. Like, look, I really don't like this this feminist movement where they tell women that you don't need a man. We've heard women say, I don't need protecting. Excuse me.
What a man can do, a woman can do.
I'm sorry. Do you understand how dangerous the world is? Most ladies today just don't know how dangerous. You can't be naive just walking around the place.
Aimlessly.
You know, I saw a girl saying, but you know, it's so unfair why girls can't walk in the middle of the night in an empty alley.
Oh.
Why would you even want to walk in the middle? Look, even me as a guy, there's some places I say, this is so shifty. You know, like, look, even you as a guy, you know, if 5 guys, 10 guys came up at me, it's going to be a very difficult thing to handle. You understand?
Yeah, I might get injured, I might die, but it's not good for a woman to walk because we know that eventually she's just going to die or she's going to get raped
Exactly.
or some sort.
I feel like sometimes women don't have that innate sense to sense danger.
No.
We've seen women like, Nikanjira. No, me, let's use like a shortcut. I was escorting one girl once upon a time. You know, Ija, you don't have a car. We escort her to a place. Then I use this shortcut. The shortcut DC was mad. There are bushes everywhere. I'm like, why would you even use this shortcut at this hour? No, it's just, I'm like, no, we are using the long way where there are cars and streets and people moving around.
Exactly.
You know? Women just don't even sense where this can be dangerous.
Exactly.
But you know where that comes from, right?
Yeah.
We all know that women are born with value, right?
Yeah.
So now the thing is that the kind of value they have growing up is the kind of thing that attracts a lot of men, right? That's their beauty, their physical appearance. So men are showering them all with his praise and promises and saying, I can take you out, I can do this, to the point whereby now they're not aware of the dangers of the other sides of what goes on around the world. Like, let's say maybe she's going to Dubai, she's thinking, I'm just going to have a good time, but she doesn't realize.
Because I'm beautiful, every man will respect me.
Exactly. She's surrounded by she's surrounding herself with how can I say this? There's a term for it. Like a happy moment, happy time. To the point now she's avoiding the dangers that actually come with the same situation you just brought up, the Mexico thing.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
So before we actually go far, I would like to go back to the topic at hand. Alcohol in women. So the side effects of too much alcohol and the side effects of too much women as well. Because we've seen some men actually go crazy over women, that they forget about their ambitions, they forget about what they should do in life, and they end up in the streets and all that crazy stuff.
So that means you guys would talk, since you've got experience in terms of
what, me?
I mean, I don't drink, so
we're talking about that one thing. Mandiratin guy. We're all sober people, all of us, 3 of us.
I try to be. But here is the situation, Look, let me start with the alcohol issue, because this is a bigger problem than, men consume much more alcohol than they get girls, okay? So here is the situation, all right? Of course I take alcohol. Why wouldn't I? But at the end of the day, I am not a slave to alcohol.
Yeah.
Do you understand? There are people out there, if they haven't even had a bottle in a day, one kabia will make me, you have a drinking problem.
Yeah.
There are times, matter of fact, before the crossover, the last time I had a beer was, I think, on here, this podcast. It was just one bottle. You understand?
Yeah.
And the last time was like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm the guy who can go even 1 year without beer, and I have
Yeah.
no problem with it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it.
It's all about
Okay.
controlling your edges.
Yeah, but there are some people who've made alcohol a lifestyle to a point they've become slaves to it.
In order to have a good time, they have to take it.
Yeah. Like, and then that's the sad part. There are people, when they're having a bad time, let me just drink some beer. When they're having a good time, let me drink some beer. When they're having just when they're bored, let me drink beer. Bro,
If I want to have confidence, let me drink
exactly.
beer.
Alcohol.
I've had people like that.
Exactly. They've made alcohol. Look, there are people who get entertained just drinking. They've made entertainment alcohol. And this is the number one problem in Zambia. Have you ever noticed every holiday, Zambians, all they think about is going out to drink?
Even prayer day.
Exactly. We've reached a point in our country where we have nothing else to do on a day to enjoy except
drink.
drinking alcohol, going out. We are so limited. We are so shallow in this country to a point where all we see, every time like a holiday comes, do you see when there's like a 4 days holiday, how Zambians get excited? Hey, chisaenda kulila. Like, bro, are you so limited in how you have fun? Is alcohol the only way you can enjoy yourself? This is how sad it is. And majority of the Zambian men have reached a point where alcohol is everything for them. They would there are guys who even say, I even drank my rent money.
Imagine. Like, what the hell?
Anyway, nichani anyway. Like, you can't even get anything done if there's no beer. There's a guy who was telling me, if I want to work effectively, I have to drink at least 2 bottles. What is wrong with you? If I had a company, I swear to God, I would have a breathalyzer outside. Every employee of mine, if you're drunk, you're fired. Or I put you on 2 weeks suspension without pay.
And you know, the thing is that
Simple.
I've seen people, I've experienced this. I've seen
Yeah.
people who actually come in drunk, you know, like my boss, my former boss of mine years ago, it was telling me like, I've got this guy, I had this guy who used to come in drunk all the time. I used to
Yeah,
try to
no
preach to him
discipline.
all the time. I used to preach to him to say, look, I do not want to deny you from drinking alcohol, but when it's work time, please come in sober so that you can definitely concentrate. But the guy always used to smell of alcohol. Why? It's because he was addicted to it. It's one of those things where like I can't go without alcohol for a day. You know, you don't want to hydrate yourself, you don't want to drink water, you don't want to exercise, you don't want to drink
They don't
coffee.
even eat.
You know, you don't eat. You know, this is why you're skinny, you're not healthy. All you want to do is alcohol,
And this is why
alcohol. all
and this
the
is
time.
why depression is very dangerous because
Exactly.
now they'll start to ask themselves, how do I fix my depression?
Alcohol.
Yeah, because it gives you, alcohol, it numbs you for a few hours.
How
You
do
know,
I
you
get over
numbed.
that girl?
Yeah, but
Alcohol.
but you know what's so crazy about trying to cure depression with alcohol? Is that once you drink, it numbs you like, oh, now you're on top of the world. Why was I even tripping about that girl or whatever, about that job? I'm okay. Then now when you become sober, your depression is like ×2 what it was before you took that alcohol.
'Cause
It
your
even hits
problems
you
have come
harder.
back.
The problems come back. And people don't understand the factor. And then, when it comes to alcohol, there's so many factors I have problems with other people. Even hygiene.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed somebody who drinks a lot? The fact that they're always smelling of alcohol, it's very difficult to sit next to them.
They do not take care of themselves. Not
Yeah, but-
only hygiene, dress code.
Yeah,
you
that
know.
could be.
Because I believe what alcohol actually also does as well, it also reduces. I mean, it does something with your mind.
Yeah, your
Like, it makes
IQ
you-
actually drops.
yeah,
So
like
you,
you're not
you become
aw-
really slow.
Exactly, you don't become socially aware of what's really going on.
yeah.
So that's what I think as
Yeah,
well.
I mean, look at in terms of hygiene. There are dudes out there. I've noticed. After having their beer, time to go to work, they bathed, they changed clean clothes, got some cologne on, but they still smell of alcohol. You know why? Because it's in the system to a point that even when they sweat, the sweat just smells of alcohol. It's not even about they don't take care of them. There are guys who take care of themselves very well, but the smell of alcohol doesn't it doesn't finish. It's on them still. Akatamangako pangono, if the room is hot, it starts sweating. The alcohol starts oozing out of their spores, their pores,
Yeah.
So they start to smell. Then I can't stand that. And then you wonder, girls don't like me. Nigga, you're always smelling of katata. How do you expect
Exactly.
girls to like you? You always smell of alcohol. It's so sad, fam.
Look,
You know?
these alcohol companies are not here for you to get addicted to the product.
Yeah,
They're here
yeah.
for you to at least drink once in a while, have a good time and whatnot. But you guys take it to the extent of now making it your lifestyle where you have to
Abuse,
drink
man.
every day. When meanwhile, we all know that clubs, and all these things actually, operate mainly on a Friday, Saturday, and sometimes on a Sunday. But you guys want to take it every day in order to forget about your problems, in order to enjoy yourself, in order to get over that breakup, in order to celebrate something that does not involve alcohol. But you guys take it to the extent, And the fact is that we always see all these guys seated outside, drinking day in, day out.
No
What
life
is it that you're
whatsoever.
doing that's going to bring money and food on the table?
Yeah, and there was also something I just thought of.
Yeah,
And most men who are actually they know they have a problem with alcohol, right?
yeah.
They know that at some point when they started, they're like, okay, this is a problem now. But the fact that they can't get out of it is now they'll give an excuse and say, oh, I just love alcohol.
Yeah.
I just love alcohol.
Yeah.
You know what I can say to people who answer like that?
Yeah.
You deserve it. You know that alcohol is a problem to your life, but you want it to control your life, and you wonder why girls don't want to accept you. You wonder why that girl doesn't want to date you. You wonder why businesses are always not accepting your business plans. You wonder why jobs are hard to find. You wonder
Yeah.
why your boss keeps on firing you, and you wonder why all these problems come in. It's because you're too obsessed with that one drink or one
Obsessed.
alcohol.
I'll call it an addiction.
An
You know,
addiction. You're too addicted to it.
There's some people with what you've described. If somebody drinks heavily and they can still think of a job, a business, then they are not yet too far ahead. Okay, it's the discipline they lack to take themselves out of that.
No, the thing is that, I have seen guys, they'll say, no, I went to go and look for a job, but yet they still revert back to the alcoholic behaviors.
Now that's that's what I'm saying. That they're having a hard time to get out. There are people who their brains have corroded. Their brains have rotted away. That he can't think of a job. To him, that feels like slavery. You understand? To him or her, feels like slavery. He can't think of anything else except drinking beer. That's all they think about. They wake up, they think of like a bottle. Every cash they get, every little money they make, it's beer. If they don't have, they get it on credit. Or they expect somebody to buy it for them.
Exactly.
That's how terrible it is. And in our country, it is so sad that we've reached a point where, Zambian citizens are the easiest citizens to steal from. All you have to do is get them drunk. Get them drunk, and tomorrow your currency would be sky through, would be off the charts, and the economy would tank so hard. But as long as alcohol is still affordable, they're okay.
Okay.
That's how sad our country is.
Yeah.
Majority of the people have just turned into a bunch of drunks, and it's not even about addiction.
And the one
it's just
thing,
lack of
the one thing I also
discipline.
dislike what's going on is that people think that in order for you to find a group of people to actually hang around, they need alcohol. Oh no, because we bonded over alcohol. That's how he's my homie, he's my what. But instead of just focusing on adding value to each other's lives, that way you know that okay, these are the kinds of people I need to surround myself.
And you know the problem with people like that is they defend it through thick and thin. They will argue with you. Believe you me, us talking about this right now, believe you me, we're gonna get hit for it, and we don't care about that because the fact is that you guys need to wake up. We have friends. I have had friends back in the past where alcohol has destroyed them to the point they died. It's you come from a good home.
And
you come from a good home.
I never
and
shed a tear.
you're now begging on the streets. No, DC, I'm asking for a one kwacha.
So that you can go buy cheap beer again.
Exactly. You come from a good home and you're asking me for a one
And
kwacha.
now that you bring that up, is that he comes from a good home, right? But ask yourself how he got himself in that situation in the first place. This is why I said you always have to be aware of the kind of people you're surrounding yourself with.
Exactly.
Because especially if you're a young lad, right? You're unaware of how the world really works. So you might find yourself in a situation where you might think that, okay, this is the right thing to do. but in actual sense, they're just trying to invite you into a life of chaos, and that involves alcohol and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it destroys you.
Yeah, here is the situation. One thing I've come to think to myself and say, listen, like you said, there are guys out there that are excessive drunkards out there, top-notch drunkards. And they'll be very upset. They've started talking about alcohol. Look, mother. It almost came out.
Yeah. I know. If
Look, nigga, I don't care about you. You understand? I don't even want drunkards to follow the podcast. You understand? Because all you guys are so toxic in the sense that you cannot correct them. Two, you cannot critique their behavior. So why would you think we would be upset if you came into our inbox? Look, nigga, if you were to die, I wouldn't even shed a tear. I would never shed a tear on somebody who died out of alcohol. Drinking excessive alcohol is almost like slow unaliving yourself. Okay? No, when you die, they even say, Kuchech, he was a good man. No, and the Chakolwayo, he was a drunkard. There's no such thing as he was a good man. You feel me?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I do not care about dudes like that who come. First of all, how are you even texting me? Aren't you drunk? Shouldn't you be having difficulties
Yeah.
to type? Hello, which phone are you using? I thought you already sold your phone to buy more beer. And then did you borrow your friend's phone to
Yeah, but they have
text us or
to
something?
understand that alcohol isn't the problem. As we're just saying, your behavior towards it is problem.
Alcohol has never been a problem.
It's never been a problem.
It's just the people.
Yeah,
it's
just the
the same
people.
as jumping into something like, alcoholics. Is there such a thing as womanolics?
I would say
That's a new word. I like that.
Like that. Oh, did you see what I just did?
Yeah,
Cheese,
I
guys.
saw,
Come
I
on.
saw, I saw, I saw.
Okay, no, that was cheesy, but yeah.
No, I liked it. I support
I
you.
love it.
I support you, man. Even if people don't support you, I support you, man.
That's a backhanded compliment right there. But yeah. It's the same thing with the ladies, men who just can't see a skirt.
Exactly.
Go by.
Well, in fact, I want to know,
Yeah.
which gender actually becomes. How does alcohol affect each gender? Do you think men are worse when they become addicted, or women are worse? When
Oh,
there's-
interesting conversation, interesting
a-
question right there. Women become worse when they take alcohol. As men, yes, we can take it, but we still have our brains intact. But with women, once they take it, just a small dose of it, believe you me, they go crazy. This is why it is not sexy for a woman to drink alcohol. Yes, I have said it.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
Let me tell you something. They'll come in the comments. He's saying, come, bring whatever you want. I'm a ponder now here. Let me even sit up straight. There is nothing, okay, and I repeat, there is nothing. There is nothing more shameful, more sad than a chick that just cannot resist a bottle.
Lagers.
You understand? Back in the day, do you understand how terrible it was for how I'm trying to pick my words here before social media comes for anyway, who gives an F? Here's the thing. In the olden days, it was so wrong to see a woman walking around in the streets with a bottle of alcohol in the hand. Today, women are like men. There's that silly song at what is that? Nina my reasons.
Yeah.
Where I drink because of reasons. No, sucker. The only reason you drink is because you are a fool. And you do not have breaks and self-control. Okay? We all drink, but some of you are just taking it too far. There are people, girls I've seen every weekend, every day at Enwa. And then when you tell them, don't you think you should tone down? You look, asshole. I am telling you that this world is not going to function when everybody just says, it's not my problem, let's move on. And this is where we are. In as much as I should be minding my own business, that's for sure, that's true. But if everybody decided to mind their own business, the world would fall apart. But you need somebody to come and tell you, Njebele Umfwa, Stikulesa Kumwa, we're not telling you not to drink, but you need to pump up your brakes a little bit, okay? There are girls, once they take a drink, even their behavior changes. Wayangana, what demon is this that I'm looking at?
Mm-hmm.
She's twerking, her butt is everywhere. Like, what is your problem? Dignity, immediately she just sips, dignity is thrown out the window.
Yeah.
That's where we are at here, okay? To a point where even some of them even have kids kunyumba. Like imagine, and today there are records, mind you. In the olden days, maybe women could get drunk, but once they have kids could not say that, oh, kwenze ba mami benze kumwa. You wouldn't be able to tell. But these girls be posting
showing it.
videos on
Videos.
social media
Worshipping
of
alcohol.
their worshipping alcohol, behaving in a way that is so disgusting. To be honest with you, I would be very embarrassed if I saw my mom who trends because she drinks like a freaking tank. You understand? Akungo kumwa, and their behavior is that of a whore. I'm sorry.
Was it last night when we were walking?
Yeah.
And then we saw two women.
And that's the thing.
Behaving in a
Yeah.
in a
Drunken
erratic
state.
way. Sorry,
Drunken state.
Yeah, drunken state.
Bro,
Drunk.
bro.
It was bad. Like
and here's the thing. Look, you see, when a man is dirty, we never really beat down on him so much. You understand? We're like, because okay, men, not saying this about dirty, but
we're just
men,
naturally.
we're naturally, because we are handymen. We are
yes.
always getting dirty at
Yeah.
some point.
So there's
You
no
understand?
surprise to
so
that.
there's never that much, surprise over that. Because we even say when a man is too overly clean,
There's something. There's something, guys.
there's a little bit of a
something.
problem over there,
There's
right?
something, there's something.
Especially some guy was trying to convince me that it's okay for a guy to go for a pedicure.
Okay, let's move on to that. Let's move on. Don't need to put. comment on
sorry,
that.
sorry for outing your secret, Exe.
Oh wow. Okay.
Okay, but that's my view. All right.
Yeah.
But here's the situation.
Mhm.
When I see a woman that is just dirty, it is so sad.
It's sad.
And then she smells.
Of
Like,
alcohol.
when was the last time you did your hair? Your hair is in vimukule. It's brown. It's got dandruff. That when I scratch here, my friend, it's all over the place. Like, bro, women are meant to be nurturers. Women are always cleaner than guys.
Always.
You understand?
But at the same time, you always have to actually like ask yourself, like, what
Yeah.
led to her actually leading that alcohol life?
You know,
Because I met, there's a girl I met a while back where she told me, she was like, no, I used to go out, I used to party, I used to drink. But the only reason why she used to do that is because she was taken advantage of at an early age, gave birth at an early age, and now she started assuming responsibilities she wasn't prepared for. So in order for her to forget about those problems, she had to go out, have
Yeah,
fun and all that stuff.
You know what you just said? You said used to. So she realized what she was doing was wrong and decided to stop. We are talking about people who are still doing it even at the adult age. You're depressed, you know what's wrong, you know exactly what to change, but you decide to continue going with it. And when someone asks you, why can't you stop? No, I'm going through a lot, so alcohol is the one that will help me get through this. You know that you're supposed to stop, but you don't want to because you know it's destroying you. So there's no excuse as an adult to say, oh no, I'm doing this because I went through a hardship. Nigga, you've realized that you went through a hardship, so you need to change. You need to get clean. You need to sober up. I'm not saying that you stop completely. That's not what we're saying. Alcohol is not bad. But the fact is that you are addicted to it so much that it's destroying your life. So as an adult, there's no excuse. You just need to change.
Can we first put trauma to rest for a while? Because the reason I say this, trauma is real. Okay, people are broken out there based on what happened to them. We
Yeah.
are not going to take that away from them. But Laz, it's not everyone that has trauma.
No.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
But what I'm saying is, I understand your point where, like, if you have a problem, then you have to sit down and deal with it.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that not everyone. I do understand what you're trying to say. That most men, most women don't have trauma, but they just somehow find a way to start leading the alcohol
Yeah,
life. and all
this
that,
is a both sides issue,
Yeah.
men and women. Because
Yeah.
here's the situation, okay? In fact, I would actually go ahead and say people with trauma and then abusing alcohol are in the minority compared to the undisciplined suckers we have out there. There are just people out there who are
But
just
trust
silly.
me, you never know because
Yeah, no.
because let's face it, how many people do you know who actually come to you and say, "Oh no, this is why I take alcohol"? Because the thing with the way the world works nowadays is that whenever we see a problem, oh, okay, this guy is useless, this chick is bad,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
we never ask the deeper questions. So you may think that minority of them might have trauma, but how do you know if you never ask? They never tell you.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
I also get his point.
I get his point. I get what you're saying. But you do realize we are in a time where alcohol is being brandished as a lifestyle. It's not even to. It's not. There are people who feel left out just because they didn't go to the bar. That has nothing to do with trauma.
Yeah, true.
That has nothing to do with, oh no, I've got problems and insecurities. No. Boy, bagay waenda kumwa. Boy, urikut, do you think that's trauma? Boy, urikut, zona, there was beer there. Nakumbwa. Do you think that's
They
trauma?
never talk about food.
No. There are just some people out there who are just indisciplined, who are just useless and useless. They've just, alcohol to them is a lifestyle. You understand? That's what it is. It has nothing to do with trauma. Others just love it to a point.
Some.
That's
mean
why.
some.
Yeah. They've reached a point where that's all you know. It's what they eat, sleep, piss, and shit. It's so sad. You understand? Otherwise, there are people, and in today's era, okay, where you have both men and women. You know,
Which is
matter of
sad,
fact,
you know?
one thing I've come to notice in today's times, have you noticed that guys don't make videos of them drinking these days or clubbing anywhere? It's on a minority.
Yeah.
Guys, okay, naturally,
Oh, yeah.
guys, we never go live or take videos of ourselves or take photos majority of the time. But have you noticed that girls are doing it more than guys in terms of, Tiriku Club? If you just open your story per Facebook,
Club, alcohol.
you understand? It's a point, it's reached like, this chick is nice, but just the fact that she drinks is a major
big
turn
problem,
off. You understand? Like, I'm sorry. Even just behavior. Wabayanga na chabe, baba maya, banjebele. Oh my god.
Because look,
this is
there are people who are going to like their own beverages. You know, there are
for
people
sure, for sure.
who like girls that drink.
Yeah.
But if you are
What?
no, I'm not. To be honest, I've seen guys.
Dude,
They love girls
there
that
are
drink.
niggas who have preferences.
They've
They
got
like a
preferences.
girl who's a little bit loose.
You know,
You dig?
because you don't like that same type of girl. There
Yeah,
are
there's-
guys
there-
that like that type
yeah,
of
there's
girl.
always a guy
So
there.
we're not saying that you neglect a girl that drinks. That's not what we're saying. We're talking about girls that take alcohol to an extent where they lose themselves. That's what we are talking about. Same thing as guys. To be honest,
to be honest, I'll even take it a step further. If she drinks, even if it's not heavily, I'm not dating her, man.
no, that's your preference.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
also
that's
my
your
preference as
but-
well.
But here's,
you know?
here's what I'm going to say. Men or women, anyone that just cannot control their alcohol intake is just a useless citizen. to my own.
Exactly.
Don't expect anything to
Don't
them.
expect
and do
any
not try
progress.
to change people. You like a girl and she drinks like she's crazy, and then you're there trying to change her. Baby, why umamwa so? Anyway, my guy. That's how she is. She'll decide. You don't be there trying to be a therapist to change her lifestyle.
Every day you're
Even
talking to
girls,
her.
girls should stay away from guys that drink like there is no tomorrow.
Exactly.
You
Because
ev-
they'll beat you.
Yeah, not only that, they can't be responsible enough. Look, if there's one thing excessive alcohol intake does, is take away responsibility. Some people cannot be responsible. Simply, that's all they think of. There are people who, there are married women out there that have come out to complain that my husband will not leave money for home. You Dalama, there's no food in the house. Rent is due. My kids still need school fees. But for some reason, he always finds money to drink.
But
Do you understand? Those are the people you don't want to be around.
That's worshipping
It's so sad.
alcohol.
Yeah, it is worship.
Because the fact is that I've also seen with men who are excessive drinkers. Yes, they also provide for their family. But the fact is that there is something that alcohol actually does to them whenever they get into an argument with the woman. So what
Yeah,
they
of
do is
course.
that they unleash, violence on the woman. Because as a man, you're not supposed to hit a woman. That's basic knowledge. That's what we've been taught.
Yeah.
Because we all know that we're physically stronger than women.
Yeah.
Women are weak.
It's an unfair fight.
Exactly. So what they do is that, and this is something close to home, right?
Yeah.
Whereby the man provides, but he'll go out there, drink, or because they got into a small squabble and he doesn't want to answer the woman's questions. And what does he do? He decides to start pouncing on her and doesn't stop. So it's really sad that alcohol takes you to that extent because
don't-
you worship it too much.
I'm
not saying that it's the cause of it. It's the intake, the amount that you take in is what's making you
Okay,
go.
can I just disagree with you on that? I don't think it's the alcohol problem that makes somebody beat somebody else. There's a saying, people, like you said, I want to take alcohol to feel confident. Here's the thing, all right? It's not the alcohol that's giving you confidence. It's the excuse of that I had alcohol, now I can be confident. There are people out there, you start a fight with them, they won't face you right here and there. They'll go first to the bar, Because they didn't have the cojones to talk to you sober. Then they come back drunk. Then they start insulting you and saying all the nasty things. Then tomorrow they come apologize. No, it was the alcohol. No, it wasn't. You just didn't have the balls to act on it.
So basically, those feelings were already in
Already there.
Oh,
So it was. So when a man is listen, whether drunk, it's not because there are men who've used that gender-based violence excuse to say he goes to the court and they say, "But why did you hit your wife?" No, I was drunk. No, nigga, you've always wanted to hit your wife. You just never had your cojones to do it. So now you're using alcohol as an excuse to do it. You understand?
You're right.
Otherwise, you've always wanted to hit your wife. So meaning he has a problem even from the start. Even before he drinks one bottle, he already had a problem. He's got some issues he needs to fix. You dig? So that's the situation that we're in. Otherwise, alcohol is used as an excuse majority of the times.
You use it as an excuse to do certain foolish things in life,
Yeah.
you know. Use it to celebrate, use it to
Cry,
to cry,
to mourn,
to mourn,
to
you know.
to just be normal.
Exactly,
You're just
you
an
know.
alcoholic, fam.
Exactly,
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, it's quite disturbing when you are living in a world but let me just put it down close to home. You know, now we're seeing kids, 14, 15,
And
with
you know,
sachets,
and you
then
know,
you're like,
and you know also the crazy part about all this,
Yeah.
speaking about kids, is that you find that there are some parents, mostly single parents, that will excessively take alcohol in front of their children, and their children
Yeah.
will see that to be a norm
Yeah.
and start to take it when they're younger, when their parents are not around.
Yeah.
Yeah, because kids are very intelligent.
Very intelligent.
Once
This-
it's,
today's day kids.
Yeah.
oh,
yeah, very observant.
Bro.
fam.
Yeah, because I even remember having a conversation with a little girl,
Yeah,
and I was like, "Where's your mom?" Mom has gone out. I was like, "To do what? To drink." I was like,
See?
"It was like with who? Maybe with some boy." I'm
You
like,
see?
Now, do you expect that girl? You said she's like a little girl, right?
Yeah.
small.
Now, do you expect her to be a proper girl when she gets of
No.
age? When she sees her mom, and this is the problem, okay? And this is the problem. When you become a parent, there's some parents who don't deserve to have kids. Let me put it out there. Just because you can get pregnant and just because you can impregnate a girl doesn't mean you have the right to have kids.
I wouldn't say right to have kids. I would say maybe you're not fit.
Yeah,
to take care of them.
Thank you. That doesn't mean you are fit to be a parent. Not everybody is fit to be a parent. Believe me, there are some people who are just the worst parent. You can't have a kid that knows your lifestyle like that. You ask her, where is your mom? She's gone out. Where? To the club. Maybe to drink with some boy. Like, imagine when your 8-year-old kid thinks of you in that light. And then now when they become like you, and mind you, things that you inherit from your parents are usually worse than your parents are.
10
So
times
that
worse.
kid, there's a possibility that girl is going to be worse than her mom. Now, is that an image that you want to paint to the kids out
As a
there?
parent, no.
I understand why in some countries when they see you're a useless parent, they get the kid from you. Because I'm sorry,
Child protection agency.
you're just toxic to this child out there, and it's a very major contributor that majority of the kids or majority of the people that abuse alcohol were born and raised in a home where their figure was abusing alcohol. So it's normal. They think it's okay. And
Especially
they
when they
always
start
start
out young.
Yeah, because you see, there are some irresponsible parents out there. I've seen them. Those who drink a lot. 9-year-old boy, kid, have a sip. Already, that's a problem. You're already now, what you should be trying to shield your kid from is now what you're trying to introduce them
Because
to.
it kind of breaks your heart.
No,
right?
you're a man. Anyway, he's 9. What are you trying to do?
Because it kind of breaks your heart when you've seen how cute the kid is. Oh, okay, I can't wait until he grows up. Maybe like 10 years later now, you see him in the street, sleeping in the street, drinking, hanging around with the wrong people. I'm like, wow, I remember how good he was when he was a kid.
Yeah.
But now looking at him now, I'm like, it's very terrible just to.
It's sad.
like this. I think even knew him. Like this old friend of ours, though he was like I think 3, 4, 5 years younger than us. This guy was a brilliant chap. He was at Kablonga Boys. He used to pass all his grades. This was back in 2013 or 14. I'm not sure. 12, somewhere around there. He used to do very well in school, not until he was introduced to the lifestyle. Not only alcohol, but also going out, partying, women, all that stuff. You know, he had beautiful sisters. My God, you know.
What does that have to do with what we're talking about?
I'm sorry.
This guy.
I'm sorry.
Yo,
I almost strayed. You know,
You did straight. Anyway,
So,
continue.
yeah,
Continue.
he had a very beautiful family, well-to-do, and all that stuff. But when he was introduced to this lifestyle, women, alcohol, drugs, all these things, he started losing it slowly. He started sleeping at the market. So I was like, is this guy gonna get better? You know, his sisters always used to visit him at the market to say, you need to come back home. And I was thinking maybe he's gonna get better because his parents are actually pushing him to come back home and go and do better. Then a year later, I asked one of the guys to say, yo, how's that guy? So what do you mean, how's that guy? The guy died years ago. He died a year ago. And I'm like, wait, are you serious? What did he die of? Like, the usual. I was like,
And it's a shame if you have sisters, because if you're the only guy, they're looking up to you, bro.
yeah,
You're the only guy in the house.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's the problem, because your sisters, being women, there's only so much they can
Yeah.
try to do. And I would like to know, did he have a dad? The guy?
That I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, so
You know.
that's the problem, because discipline comes from the male majority.
Exactly,
Of the time. Let's
yeah.
face it comes from the guy. Discipline, yeah. So that's one factor. There was no one to discipline him, to tell him like, look, boy, you need to straighten the f up.
You know, even,
You understand?
but I'd like to, even though you had a father figure, if you're the type of guy that puts pleasure above family, there's nothing even your family can do if
Yeah,
you
but
put it up there.
putting
and I like to-
pleasure above family, it all comes down to discipline. Because you have to be disciplined enough to say, okay,
If you're not disciplined enough,
instead of me having fun, first I need to do this, then I can come back to
And,
the
and,
family.
I, and I like
That's
to
discipline.
go back to what you said earlier when you were saying that not all people get introduced to alcohol using trauma. They always think, this sounds cool.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah,
even though I'm passing all my grades, no one's actually glorifying glorifying me for it. But when I see that guy, wow, he gets all the girls, he's getting drunk, and everyone wants to hang out with him. I want to be that guy.
Yeah. I mean, now that's what we call peer pressure or pressure or whatever. Which peer pressure is real, but you have to be mentally weak to conform to peer pressure. Majority of the time, okay. And here's the thing: this is why you have to, I look forward to be a father. You understand? Because
The ranting guy.
Because
the
to be
dad.
honest with you, no, seriously, because to be honest with you, I, for one, I'm a very disciplined character, okay? And I am not going to allow my kid just to, I started drinking because I think it's cool. First, I'll tell them, look, son,
your child.
first of all, cool, who are you trying to impress? No, the guys are trying to get girls. Okay, first of all, girls don't like drunks. I don't know who lied to you. Drunks don't get girls, okay? Girls like guys who know how to have a good time, but they have responsibility. I have to now teach him all the props. And this is the problem. Our generation, majority of our generation has been born and raised in a single parent household.
And
Okay?
the problem with the
So,
fathers of these days is that they don't want to teach their sons discipline,
that's the problem.
ambition, how to
Or
make
they're
money.
just not there to do it. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
And also we'll take it a step further that they
Yeah.
haven't really learned how to communicate effectively
Yeah,
with their children.
They
Because-
think intimidation all the time.
Because now your parents actually didn't teach you what you're supposed to know. Now you're actually doing the same thing to your kids and all that.
because to be honest with you, there is this excuse in Africa to say, us, our parents never taught you this. Look, first of all, generations change each and every time. All right, but just because your parents didn't teach you ABCD doesn't mean way. You cannot learn something new that you can teach your kids that your parents never taught you.
Yeah.
Okay, look at this. Just because my parents never taught me investments and buying stocks, does that mean I should stay away from it and my kids should never learn how to do that?
They should. You
No,
should
I have
learn.
to adapt. Look, it's not everything that your parents can tell you.
Yeah.
But you also have to be awake and say, okay, listen, yes, there are some things my parents never told me. Not because they didn't want to, others, they never knew. So they can't teach you what they don't know.
Yeah.
You dig? So you're not going to use that as an excuse. He said they never taught us how to do it. So this is why I did not. That's not how life should work. So it's so sad that you know, the 90s kid and the early 2000s, majority of them are living in a home where they don't have one parent or both parents at the same time. I'm not talking about the people that lost their parents. That's a whole different
Yeah.
topic that you can't use that as an excuse, because there's always that person. What about the orphans? Anyway, we're not talking about those. We're talking about your parents are there, but they're just not there.
Yeah,
You
they're
know
not
what I
there
mean?
for
They're
you.
physically there, but they're just not there.
Yeah.
They're absent for some reason.
Yeah.
It's so sad when you know very well, but them, when you ask them, so how did you grow? Oh no, your grandmother and your grandfather have been married for 30 years. Then you're wondering, like, but how come you didn't emulate
And-
that?
and
You
pa-
grew up in a home with both parents.
And
What's happening?
and I think people actually confuse what a good parent actually is. They
Yeah.
think a good parent is someone who takes care of you, who feeds you, takes you to school.
Those are
They-
basics.
yeah.
I mean,
They-
every
that-
parent should be. You don't have to be a good parent to provide those things.
Yeah.
Those are just default settings of what every
Yeah.
parent should do.
Yeah, so I believe that a good parent is actually someone who teaches values to their
Yeah.
kids, and they apply those values in the future to the point that makes them good human beings to society.
Yeah.
Become a better person.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it is so sad. And you know, in as much as our generation, they say our generation is effed up, but it's so funny when you think a generation is only destroyed by a generation above it.
Yeah.
We don't just come and implode.
And I'm going to take it a step further that I think our generation has an advantage because us were actually going to pay attention and self-analyze. Okay, what went wrong?
Yeah.
When they were raising
Yeah.
me, there's certain things I don't like. Okay, next when I have a child, I'm going
Exactly.
to make sure that the same thing doesn't happen.
Which is why the men's conference is here, baby.
Yeah.
I
Teach you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because in as much, like, look, if you're a guy out there and you follow the men's conference and you have a kid, you know you have a kid or you have kids, you have baby mamas and whatever, you've got a kid, and you're not there for the kid, the baby mama has to force you to come and see the kid or to provide for the kid. I'm sorry, man. If you follow us and you are still subscribed to that type of lifestyle and you don't want to change, it's okay. We would lose you as a subscriber. That's fine.
And
we're
that's
not
why-
going to
and that's
condone
why-
guys like that.
And that's why I'm excited to what you brought up earlier about alcohol and
Women.
Yeah,
exactly.
And you know the most disgusting thing I don't like about baby daddies?
Yeah. Some
that-
baby daddies.
Well,
Yeah, okay.
no,
Just
listen.
put it out. Put it out.
The
Put it out.
disgusting thing about baby daddies is that you know very well that you slept with women,
Yeah.
you impregnated them, you know very well you've got children out there, but yet you don't want to support them in some
Yeah.
kind of way, either emotionally or financially. You know out there, and then you come on this platform, yes, baby mamas are useless, but meanwhile, you're the same person that impregnated those same baby mamas.
You
and
chose to
made them
sleep with
baby-
her. You
Exactly.
chose.
Yeah, because here is the thing. Look, you know, men's conference has been dragged that, no, you guys like to this baby mama. Here is one thing. First of all, you only get one side of the argument here. Okay? Baby daddies have issues too. And matter of fact, in the shortest time period, we should put them out there. And I'm going to say this. If you're a baby daddy and you're very irresponsible, I, for one, I do not associate with you. Do not even come in my comment section saying, hey, Nikuviuza, my baby mama. No, my friend. If your baby mama is misbehaving, majority of your time, it's your fault. There's a reason she misbehaves. And the reason she misbehaves is because she doesn't respect you, bro. She doesn't respect you. You know why? Because there is nothing to respect. One, you do not take care of your kid. You know, I haven't met a baby mama that has complained about a man that comes, makes sure he wants to see his kids every week, at least twice, thrice. He makes sure the kids are going to school. He makes sure the kids are fed. He makes sure the kids have clothes. He makes sure the kids have fun. He takes them out. He does all. I've never heard a baby mama come on social media and start complaining about their baby daddies. Maybe the only thing they'll complain is he didn't marry me. You know what I mean?
That's it.
But when it comes to the issue that
Responsibilities.
if he takes care of the kid, baby mamas won't even have time to complain. They'll complain on other things like, hey, he went to marry that girl instead of me. Yes, she can complain. That's a different argument. But if she's complaining about you not providing for a kid, man, then you are weak and you're very pathetic. And I do not respect you.
And
So
this-
if you're seated there watching us and saying, my men's conference with my baby mama, no, now you're a useless baby daddy.
Exactly.
And this is why it's very important that if you're a broke guy, stay away from women
Exactly.
completely.
Exactly.
Because if you're broke and you're having these sexual experiences with women and you have children with them, now that now makes you an irresponsible father at the end of the
Exactly.
day.
Exactly.
Because what you've said is very important, yeah? But at the end of the day, if I were to be broke and I accidentally, impregnate a girl, which is never an accident. There is no such thing as accidental
Yeah.
pregnancy. There's no such a thing. If she gets pregnant, all right, that should be my motivator to push me up. Like, okay, now I need to leave my old habits back. I have a kid. I have a mouth that depends on me now. I have to now get up and work. If it's going to cut somebody's grass or wash somebody's cars, in order for this kid, I have to do it. But there's some guys out there, life different. Same. You understand? Even when they have kids, upeza na muntu ine nina bana batatu from different women. Okay? And
Useless
how much
chap.
money do you have to take care of this kid? Paniri benchito. You are
Useless
useless.
chap.
You understand? And this also goes back to women. How do they hang up themselves with guys that are irresponsible?
No,
This
to be
is
honest,
something-
I cannot put a full blast on women.
No, I'm not saying full blast. I'm just saying this is, look.
Look.
This is a 50-50
I get it's a
problem.
50-50 thing. But women are more manipulated by men than by themselves. Look, there's this guy who promises the future. No, don't worry. I'll do this for you. I'll shine. He'll lie himself to get into her pants and impregnate her, and then he will disappear. So at the end of the day, this is why there are women who complain to say, you men are manipulators. This is why I cannot blame all women for opening their legs for that man, because they were lied to. And they were made a baby mama.
Because I would like to add on by saying
What about
this.
those baby mamas that have got 3 kids from different baby daddies?
That one does not work.
Yeah, but I'd like to add on by saying that it's like what you said, right?
Yeah.
They get easily manipulated. How do they get easily manipulated? By the lies men tell, because
Exactly.
men are attracted to what women, how physically attractive they are,
But-
and then
and
they
women-
now what are they attracted to? What they
The
want
words.
says exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but here's the thing, okay? What you've said about manipulation, so on and so forth. Humans have always been manipulated. Women manipulate men, men
Yeah, but
manipulate
who's
women.
more? But who's easily manipulated?
No,
between
here's
two
the
genders?
issue. What I know is one has more to lose than the other. Women have more to lose when they are manipulated than men do. You
Exactly.
understand?
And this
That's
is-
where I'll say it. But at the end of the day, blame has to be put on somebody, either both of them. And let me explain why. You see, in as much as we say women will be manipulated by guys, women have been lied to. You see, when you have a child, a daughter, when I have a daughter, the day I'll have a daughter, I need to tell her what she should expect outside in the world. And this is where our African parents mess up. Have you noticed why there's a lot of early marriages or early pregnancies in Africa?
Yeah.
Because parents, notice this never happens in Western countries a lot. It's Africa. Because in Africa, we don't prep our kids. You have to tell your daughter, you sit your daughter down here to say, okay, listen, you're how old now? I'm 12. Okay, so now you're about to go into, you're about to become you're about to hit puberty. Or maybe she's even hit puberty. You have to start telling her, look, there are men out there that will look at you, that will tell you anything to get in your pants. You have to be awake. You have to be smart all the time. Know what his intentions are. Try. You have to prep them. But when they mess up, then the kid is just useless. But you have to prep them. African parents rarely prep their kids.
Yeah, true.
Even guys, you have to prep. Like, look, son, out there where you're going, you have to know that sleeping around with women comes with responsibility. Impregnate her. I am not taking care. Yes, it will be my grandson.
You need
But
to
don't
find a
come.
job.
You have to find a job. You have to take care of the kid. And wakakutakatira, when they bring you when the parents of the girl bring you the kid, like in Jebede, oh, you ni mwana wako. That is your responsibility.
And
Me,
I
I'm
don't-
kicking you out of the house.
And I don't know if you've noticed that even now, I think for women it's even more dangerous for girls.
Yeah.
Because even if they're 14, you even tell how they look like. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, my mother was saying that kids these days are really hormonal. You know what I mean? I mean, you've probably seen a 16-year-old girl looking like a 22-year-old
Exactly.
girl.
And how old are you?
How old are you?
I'm
I'm
16.
14.
You.
And why are you looking like this? You know, she's everywhere, and,
And
even
you know,
just the way she
and you know
dresses.
the thing,
it's
and you know the thing
ridiculous.
is with most men is that they don't even care about the age.
Yeah,
That's
there's
the
some.
thing.
Yeah,
There
there's
are
some sick
predators
men
out
out there.
there.
Yeah, there's some sick men out there.
And you know, there's one girl that asked me that why is it that girls who are 16 are looking like our age? And I was like, no, it's because one of the birth control pills they've taken.
Yeah.
Two, the amount of sex that they're having.
And even just
that-
exposure.
And exposure.
'Cause
When
even
we
thinking-
were young,
yeah.
when we were 12, we were 16,
was I doing?
what were we doing?
Ah,
We
bro.
were playing, bruh.
If it wasn't football, 12.
We were playing
12
games.
tezotea
Watching
chabe
Ben 10,
bola.
bro. Watching Ben 10.
Yeah, watching
But-
Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, and this is where the problem, because even thinking about sex makes you hormonal, eh?
Exactly,
know?
exactly. Your
So
hormones
now-
are.
These kids, look at what they're consuming. Music videos, all they talk about
Cardi
is
B.
sex. You understand? All they talk about is sex.
Megan Thee Stallion.
There's twerking, there's shan, all these kind of things. Kids become hormonal. They want to try out things because it's what they're exposed to.
Exactly.
All right? So at the end of the day, parents out there need to prep the kids. This is why, in as much as we say men will manipulate men, will lie to men, but that's the way the game has always been since the beginning of time. What you must understand as a parent, if this is your daughter, you know that, hey, men lie. You understand? So you have to tell your girl, like, look, not everything that glitters is gold when you stand out there. There will be guys that will tell you like they're head over heels with you.
And I also
But you have to be prepared.
And I would like to add on that most single parents, baby
Yeah.
mamas, is that they don't actually sit down their daughters and let them know the kinds of man to avoid, the kinds of men that they should like accept and all that. Because the problem is with most single women is that they always try to paint this narrative that all men are bad, but instead of them sitting their daughters down and listen, this is how some men are and this is how some other men are. So you need to be aware to know,
Yeah.
for you to know, you have to know how to pick the right man for yourself.
That's true. It goes back to something that DC always says that I liked. Like, you see, there are some things women can teach their children and some things they just can't. That perspective you're giving is what a male is supposed to be telling his daughter. Because a woman will not...
But at the end of the day, what choice, what choice does she have?
And this is where the problem is. You see, I feel like sometimes, I was raised in by a single mom, all right? But things that my mom couldn't teach me, she knew she's incapable of. A guy is supposed to. You know what my mom used to do? She used to call my uncles. Okay, when I'm misbehaving in a certain way, she knows. There was a time I was old enough, I knew mom couldn't beat me, or if she does, it won't hurt. And I'll dodge, I'll block, I'll do some kung fu. Like, she knows she can't hit me. She knows, okay, he's now strong enough to dodge or to fight me back in a way. You understand? You know what my mom would do? Oh, you're okay. She just called my uncles who were bigger and taller than me. Tomorrow I just see they're here. Maybe they've just come to visit. Clients, they've come to Ponona. You understand? It was
Come to discipline your ass, bro.
They've come to Ponona. You understand?
Yeah, but the kind of advice I'm saying is that basically what you said is just discipline, right?
Yeah.
But I'm talking about like you being aware, but
Yes.
socially aware and knowing how men are in general. Because if you're a single mother, right? At some point, maybe probably you have experience of the kind of men you've dealt with. So it's up to you to take that experience, learn from it, and make sure that your daughter doesn't go
that's
through
true.
the same thing.
Well, I agree with what. All right.
Anyway, I would like to stop you guys from here.
Let me just say it first.
Okay.
I agree with what you're saying.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. What I'm saying is that when you are a baby mama out there, do not isolate yourself. If you know your child doesn't have a father to discipline, there are uncles I'm sure you can find. Even try just let the child feel some masculine energy. You understand? From somebody. Sometimes it can even become from a stranger. Do not isolate yourself to say, I will do 110% of raising the child. It won't happen. A child needs to be balanced.
Out of spite.
Yeah, so that's the deal.
So yeah, I wish we could go further, but this is the part of the
Yeah,
segment where we get to read some messages right here. So got a message right here. It says, hello, gentlemen. I am 20 and in college. There's this girl I've been dating. We broke up a few months ago because she cheated, but got back together. Just last year, she promised to do better this time. I think I still love her. That's why we got back together. But sometimes I feel like she's still cheating because she doesn't give me attention like she normally should. What should I do?
You're not in love with her, guy. You're dependent on her. This is what they call bitch dependency, what you're experiencing right now, my guy. First of all, you're 20 years old, all right? You're still young, fam. You're in school, okay? Your girl, he hasn't said how old the girl is, yeah?
I mean, he's 20, so I'm sure
So
she's,
probably the girl is also in that same age range. Look, both of you are young. Both of you want to experience stuff. Both of you want a certain lifestyle. You as a guy, you think you love the girl, you haven't reached you don't love this chick. You're just, you like her, yes, and then you're dependent on how maybe she makes you feel when you're with her at that moment. You understand? So you're a little bit obsessed with her. Otherwise, my guy, you should have never gotten back with a girl that cheated on you. Listen, one thing you should understand when a girl, look, never, you know where the problem with our generation? Everyone is afraid of getting cheated on. You cannot control your partner on how they'll behave.
Wow.
But what you can control is when they cheat on you, you move on and never take them back. Because when the day she cheated on you, you took her back. All the respect she had for you was thrown out the window. Forget about that, my guy. So now she'll keep on cheating on you, knowing very well you're going to forgive her. So what you should understand, when a girl cheats on you and you forgive her, expect more cheating. So the only reason you are forgiving her is because you want to be cheated on again. That's what you're telling me here. You should have never taken her back, fam. Simple.
Lads.
Turn off your emotions, bro, because you're thinking emotionally. That's why you can't move on, because you have to look at things at a logical perspective here. Turn them off and realize, okay, what she's doing, is it good for me or is it bad for me? Simple as that, man. Because it's not that difficult. All you have to do is just use your logical perspective. That's it, bro.
Yeah, it's
Turn
not
off your
going to be
emotions.
easy to move on, fam. It's
Yeah.
not going to be easy. But right now, focus on your school and talk to other girls. This is the best advice I can tell you. Look, she's not
Wait.
the only.
Were you done talking?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, uh-huh.
Like, talk to other girls. I seriously doubt she's the only girl you think is attractive,
Voila.
fam. That's no. And when you're in college, do you understand how easy that is? In the sense that you're in an. It's different when you are home. You have to actually go places to go find these people. But magelo mulibonse kuma lecturing halls or rooms or whatever you call them outside, bro. There are lots of girls. If I were to tell you right now, take a 360 degrees spin in your lecturing hall, I'm sure there are 2, 3, 4 girls that you think you can replace with your current girlfriend.
You know what? I think we should even advise him to stick around. Stick around with the girl. That
No,
way,
you know-
that way he'll learn a lesson. He
You know-
just has to learn a lesson.
No.
You know,
He's already learned his lesson.
Because if you want to continue getting your heart broken, please continue dating her.
Thank
Exactly.
you. Yeah.
Please do that. Okay.
If you want to continue being a simp and a sucker that you are,
I
continue
mean,
with her,
let's
my
face
guy.
it. I think he has to go through this process.
Yeah,
in order for him to
he's
learn.
young.
For
He's-
him,
he's-
yeah.
he's 20s.
I think let's let him touch the fire to know that
Yeah,
it burns.
Exactly. So got another message right here, the last one.
Yeah.
I'm a man aged 21, but with valuables that of a 40-year-old man.
Okay, let's see if we can prove it. Let's see.
So, like, I have 3 cars and I rent my own house. The issue is that I have a 27-year-old girlfriend who works
27.
and earns her own money. She never stresses me about money or any material things. We have sex oftenly to a point where she squirts mostly. I give her the best sex so she can never run away. A week ago, just after having sex, she slept so hard that I went through her phone to find that she talks to some guys, which seemed like she sleeps with them. So the time I confronted her, she became so defensive and wanted to snatch her phone away from me. But I resisted, which resulted in us getting into a serious fight, which left her bleeding. I've been begging her since that day till today, but then I feel like I've overbegged and I feel like I can't beg anymore. But I still love her. What can I do in such an event? Please hide my ID.
Wait. You said that they got into a fight.
An altercation.
Altercation.
Yeah.
And then, fuck, man. Like so,
I love this.
so like what? So he said he still loves the girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's 21 and she's 27.
Dump her ass, bro. Dump her ass. And we've said it before, man. This is not a platform where we advocate for simps, man. He's being a simp right there.
Okay.
So just dump her ass, bro.
You know this. Let me say this. Now I have my shades on. Let me see if these shades will give me power.
Guys,
You want to
Listen,
take my
bruh,
shit?
it reminds me
Nice,
of what Chris Rock said. You can make a girl squirt 10 times if you want, but if she still wants to cheat on you, she's still gonna have to cheat on you. You understand? The problem is this, fam. You should have read in between the lines. What is a 27-year-old man, or rather a
Woman.
27-year-old woman? Where is her thought process and her brain compared to a 21-year-old guy? And this is why you're finding it wrong, fam. Like he said, first of all, a 40-year-old man would say, I have the brains and valuables of a 40-year-old man. No, you understand? Grown-ups would never say that. Only a kid will be trying to prove that I'm an adult, I'm old. This is why I laughed so hard when he says I'm a 21 with valuables of a 40-year-old man. That's where the problem is. Already you're a kid in your head. You understand? Because you're 21. And it's not because you haven't grown up. It's because of your age, fam. You're 21, she's 27. Even in African culture, a 27-year-old woman, ni bakulu wabo. That's an old lady. I'm sorry to say this. Her thought line is of that of a 35-year-old man. You understand? So imagine, I'm trying to think of what a 21-year-old guy would be talking about with a 27-year-old woman. Can you imagine that? What? You talk about, Drake?
And
you understand? And this is where the problem is, fam. You're just too young for her, fam. That's just how it is. It doesn't matter whether you make her squirt. You're still too young for her, man.
Yeah, and I'll take it a step further by saying that at 27 and you're dating a 21-year-old man, right? So
21-year-old.
20
She's
21-year-old boy.
27, and then
Oh.
he's 21 and
okay.
dating a 27-year-old girl.
He's
okay.
dating an older lady.
Yeah.
Okay, so
6 years older
So
than
now
him.
before him, like, what was happening during that time? Like, why isn't she married? Why doesn't she have any kids? Why doesn't she have any family? Those are the questions he should have asked himself
Yeah.
when dating her. Okay, she's 27, but how come she hasn't? She's not married. She doesn't have any kids. Because that's the question every man should ask.
Why did she
themselves.
settle for somebody
Exactly. There must be a problem
Yeah.
somewhere there.
Because we all know girls never. I've never met a girl that says, "Me, I like my guys younger." Unless maybe if she's a cool guy in the olden whatever,
She's 40s.
in their
Or 50s.
40s, yes. But in her 20s, I don't know how many girls in their 20s want to date a guy that is 6 years younger than them. Come on, man, yo.
Because the question I want to know or ask is, why are you dating an older woman?
Simple.
Why are you looking for marriage in an older woman?
You know what? You know what?
Who's 6 years older than you?
You know what? I'll even say this. Probably when he first vibed her, probably she was just someone he wanted to, smash. But the fact is that he had less experience with women. She had more experience with men. So she used that and manipulated him to the point whereby now he thinks he's in love with her.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing. She's toying with him. Because here's the
Exactly.
thing. When you imagine you're to think about, guys, I want you to think for a minute. Think about what you would have been doing when you were 21 with 3 cars and a house. Do you understand how many girls I would have had when I was 21 with 3
Exactly.
cars and a house?
Exactly.
Why are you so fixated on this grandma? She's a grandma to you. I'm sorry. Somebody has to tell you. But why are you fixated? When I was 21, I was broke as a village church mouse on a Tuesday. So I'm trying to think on myself, like, if I had 3 rides and a car of my own, I think that by now I would have been had a lot of stories to tell. You
Yeah.
understand? So my guy, you're too young. Drop that chick. She's manipulating you. How she's got more experience than you do, mind you.
Way more
Way
experience.
more experience than
For a
you
girl
do.
to reach
This is-
27?
yeah, which is why
Shit.
she can engineer you to think you are in love with her.
Exactly.
You're not in love with her. She controls how you think about her.
Exactly.
She
And then-
cheats on you. Next thing, she tells you she loves you. She'll never do that again. She gives you crazy head. You go bananas. And then you're like, oh, no, I'm in love. You're not in love,
And the
nigga.
number one tactic they'll use is to give you the best sex you've ever had.
Exactly.
That's
And
how
that's
they
why
get
That's
it.
the best
You see?
payment.
That's what
why
he said.
I was even thinking, like, why would the nigga start? I know we have the great, amazing sex. See, it's not the girl you are in love with, fam.
It's the sex or
sex you are in
experience.
love with. That's it.
So what I can tell you is that, never get back with a chick that cheated
Yeah.
on you. Believe you me, that's a waste of time. She's going to cheat on you again. So just focus on yourself at the end of the day, and definitely you will achieve many things. Have women experience. Always be surrounded with women, but I'm not saying go ahead and sleep with them. Just know what type of woman you need to settle down with. It's as easy as that. The problem with you young men is that you want to get married early at a very, very early age, 20, 19, 21. Believe you
immediately
me,
they get a job,
believe
they
you
want
me.
marriage.
Exactly. Believe you
bruh,
me, you'll
calm
be
down.
destroyed in that marriage. The woman will totally disrespect you, especially if she's older than you.
Yeah.
So getting into a marriage with an older lady is the biggest mistake of your life, because you will be destroyed and you'll be disrespected in that marriage. So as what I can say is, improve on yourself. Stop being a simp. Stop focusing on that 27-year-old woman and get yourself a woman who's probably 18 years old, because you've got 3 cars, you've got a good job, you've got money. Focus on building yourself until you're 13. Then you can now settle down and say, shit, I can get married now. Stop being a simp, nigga.
Ask yourself why she's so good at
Shit.
sex.
Exactly.
It's because she had experience.
Yeah.
You have to have experience to be good at sex, fam. You can't be the first timer and you're like, boom, you're good at it. The reason you have great sex with her is because she's done it over and over and over and over. She's done it more times than your age, fam. You understand?
And look-
Otherwise, it's embarrassing for you to be moving around with a chick that is older than you. You know, girls also feel ashamed to introduce their young boyfriend to their friends or family.
Not even friends.
Anyway,
No, her male friends.
Her male friends. Anyway, can't you date? And here's the thing. Think about it this way. There are men out there telling your girlfriend that she's dating a child. Anyway, you need to date men. How are you
Men.
dating a child? You are
see-
a child to her, fam.
I mean,
You are
I mean,
mwana iwe.
I mean,
Toddler.
technically,
You're a
maybe-
fetus to her.
maybe, maybe, maybe-
This guy.
maybe-
No. What
maybe-
did you want to say?
yeah, maybe the only reason why I think that women do that, start dating younger men, is that maybe because they've expired in the sexual marketplace in terms of
Because that a woman does not care about your money, does not care about the sex that you provide. She cares about the age. A woman is naturally dates someone who's older than her. So that way, in her head, she knows that this guy has got some self-control and knows what to do in life. So you saying that I have got cars, I've got money, I give her the best sex ever. She doesn't give a damn about that.
That just
She
sounds
knows
like you're showing off.
Exactly,
Yeah,
you're showing off.
it proves what we're
and the
saying.
fact is that for you to actually say that kind of shit,
You have to be a kid in the head.
you must be a kid in the head. You do not even respect yourself at the end of the day because you're compensating for something. So
Yeah.
please,
Your
my
age.
nigga, man up. Learn to know what kind of value you bring on the table. You might say I bring money, but believe you me, that is
You
not
haven't
enough
brought
for a
matu-
woman.
you haven't brought
stop
maturity
dating
yet.
older women.
And let's take it a step further by saying that he shouldn't have been violent towards her. Even if she was baiting
Exactly.
him, he shouldn't have responded with violence.
Exactly. Stop responding with violence. You're a weak guy. All those people that say, no, man, I hit my women. I'm a strong man. You're not a man. You're weak.
Because right now, you proving yourself, I'm an adult. It's like when you first grow your first. It's when a guy. You remember? It's like when a boy grows his first.
Wait,
pubic.
how many minutes do we have? 2?
Yeah.
3? Please, that
All
ranking
right,
guy,
so
wrap it up.
You saying that I have cars and shine, I provide for her, I have got money. It's like you trying to prove to a girl simply because you grew your first pubic hair and you are now trying to prove yourself as a man. That's what you're doing, fam. Don't lead with that. Leave her, my guy. She's just stressing you out. Uzakota fast. Focus on the girls that are of your age, man.
And please stop hitting
Damn.
women. Once we actually hear that you
Yeah.
hit women, we're going to ban you in the page, and we are definitely
Yeah.
going to come beat you
That's
up
the thing.
ourselves. Yes.
Pono na chabe. How could you
Exactly.
be beating women?
You don't beat women. So, any last words, guys?
I'll go first this time. Guys, thou shalt not simp, that shall not date women that are way older than them, as it is a sin in the eyes of the men's conference, as it just symbolizes weakness. A man should be the leader in age, in maturity, in finances, in self-control, in every aspect of human endeavor. That's what a man should be. You understand? There is no room to say, oh no, she can be better than me at other things. Yes, like being nurturing, taking care of kids, and so on and so forth. But when it comes to being a stoic man, never let a woman be better than you. Because if you let her be better than you, she'll never respect you. Simple as pie. Women are cutthroat. They do not care how you feel, but guess what? They want you to care how they feel. Simple as pie. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah, so for me, my last words would be always self-analyze as a man. That way, when you self-analyze, you understand what went wrong, you improve on it. Because self-analyzation leads to improvement, improvement leads to success, and success is the love language of women.
Simple as pie.
Easy as
baby.
that. Like I always say in every end of the episode, always put yourself first. It's as easy as that. Women love it when you're always focused in life. Put your family, put your friends, and put her last. Because definitely women do not like worshippers, even though they lie to you and say, I want my man to always be calling me all the time and always
It's a
be
lie.
telling me sweet things and always be saying good morning, good night all the time and always put her first. They are liars. Do not listen to them. So always focus on yourself, because when you focus on yourself, you grow yourself spiritually, mentally, and physically as well. And when I say, I'm sorry about that. Put God first. Always put God first, and then second is yourself, guys. When you believe in God, believe you me, everything actually works out according to His plan. So this episode is actually brought to you by Bongo Bongo. Make sure to subscribe to our link below. Win some cash prizes, as easy as that. If you want to know a lot about Bongo Bongo, make sure to actually visit our Facebook page. That is Bongo Bongo Zambia right there. So it's as easy as that. So guys, it's been fun. It's been great. Happy New Year. 2024 is the new year to actually grind, guys. Stop being a simp and grind hard. We out.